Alright guys, this is vid 2 in the answers to your questions vid. This is Gamerman55111 asking these questions. The first question he asks is, what are your thoughts on Halloween 3D? Really had to kind of look into that before you asked. I guess I'm out of the loop, but I'm guessing you're referring to, you know, the third one as far as the Rob Zombie Halloweens. And truthfully, I don't have any thoughts on it. I mean, they're going to do this stuff. You know, if it makes studios money, things like this are going to happen. And in my age, you know, I'm 26, so I'm not really old, but I've been around long enough to realize that, you know, Hollywood follows, trends. And you know, it's one of the trends now. 3D's a trend, and you know, some people are doing it good, some people are not, and you know, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not into the whole 3D thing. If it's there, it's there. I'm not paying extra to view it in 3D because most of the stuff's not done right. But anyway, I really don't have any thoughts on it. I could care less if they do it or not. So I'm not excited about it, but I'm not mad about it either. I just don't care. Do you think people take religion too far? Sometimes yes and sometimes no. I'm not religious per se. I'm not a religious person myself. I do think that at times people can be a little fanatical about it, and I think you know, our history tells us, I mean, more people have died in the name of God than for any other reason throughout human history. So obviously yes, I think religion gets taken a bit too far sometimes, but to answer that one, sure, yeah. I think it does get taken a little bit out of context and pushed a little bit to its limits at times. So, next question: favorite horror movies or horror movies? I think what he was trying to say is favorite horror movie or horror movies. I have a vid on here somewhere. Basically, love Halloween, Texas Chainsaw. You know, Dawn of the Dead's one of my absolute favorites. Reanimator, Night of the Demons, anything Lucio Fulci, Zombie 2, you know, House by the Cemetery, City of the Living Dead, stuff like that. Recent favorites, I think my favorite horror film of the last, I don't know, probably 10 or 15 years is probably Devil's Rejects. I love that film, and I've showed it to so many people, and even for a bigger movie, not to say it was, you know, had a huge budget or anything, but even for a more well-known movie, it's pretty disturbing at times. Very well acted, I thought. You know, I love, let's see, Maximum Overdrive. I consider that a horror film. Yeah, I like all kinds of stuff. Evil Dead, you know, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, that whole trilogy's great. The original Psycho. Yeah, stuff like that. Love all that stuff. The Shining. Gotta mention The Shining. Anything of George Romero's work. I love Takashi Miike's work. You know, stuff. Ichi the Killer. I know it's not pure horror, but you know, Audition, stuff like that. But yeah, that's some of my favorite stuff. Have you ever met anyone famous? Yeah, I've met plenty of people. There's also a vid on my channel if you search through them that should be a slideshow of pictures of different famous people I've met at conventions and stuff. I have my Dawn of the Dead is autographed by Ken Foree, Tom Savini, and George A. Romero, from where I met all of them. I've met Linnea Quigley, you know, I've met Doug Bradley, you know, I've met a few other famous people, different things here and there. I've met a few wrestlers and stuff. A guy that played Eugene, Nick Dinsmore, lives around the area that I live. He's come and, you know, come into my work a couple times. But yeah, I met some famous people. Favorite food? I like chili a lot. Good chili, like any really well-made chili. I like to try different places chili and stuff. You know, I love a good pizza. Just, you know, a really well-made pizza, really good. Love spicy food, any kind of spicy food. There's a couple of really nice, authentic Mexican restaurants around where I live that have really excellent food. What is your job, if you mind me asking? No, I don't mind. I work at a bowling alley. I grew up around bowling centers. My dad has been a mechanic on the machines since before I was born, so Whenever I was like 14, old enough to start working and stuff, I just started helping clean up around there. And I've worked on and off. I've worked a couple other places. I worked at GameStop for a while as a manager, and I've worked at Wendy's and stuff like that. You know, the normal places. But I've worked at a bowling alley for a while. It's a pretty cool job, pretty laid back. You know, you don't get paid a whole lot, but you know, it's just fun working there. It's good atmosphere, and it's fun to work for the people that I work for. So. Alrighty. Next question. Are you into politics? Not really, man. I'm kind of a free spirit. I don't feel much of a point for myself to get into politics because it doesn't really matter anyway. You know, political stuff is gonna do what it's gonna do, and there's really no way for me to affect it. You know, maybe a mass group of people could do something or make a change or something, but to be honest, I just personally don't feel there's any way for me to change anything, and just don't really have an interest in it, to be honest. Did you like Halloween 2, 2009? I haven't seen it yet. I did like, I liked Rob Zombie's theatrical cut of his remake to Halloween, but I didn't care for the director's cut or the uncut version, whatever you want to call it. But I do need to check out both versions of the 2009 sequel. So, how would you kill off a group of zombies? I think it'd be really cool to just go at a group of zombies with a flamethrower, like an old school, like, you know, Vietnam style flamethrower, the backpack and the hoses and all that stuff. Just to, you know, blast them all and just watch them go up in flames. I mean, I guess if they were coming really close to me, I'd probably hope to have a shotgun or multiple shotguns. That'd probably be, you know, I always liked that shirt with the shotgun shells that said zombie repellent on it. Love that shirt. You know, that would always be fun. I do have a samurai sword, so I'd probably like to go at them with this here. Maybe my machete or something like that. But yeah, there you go. Cool question, by the way. Let's see here. Your favorite YouTuber? I really like Mizpol. If you don't subscribe to Mizpol, if you don't watch his videos, go to my channel and go to where I've got like my favorite YouTubers and stuff, like links to my YouTubers, and check out Mizpol. He's from the UK, and he gets some of the coolest rare like hard boxes and box sets and odd versions of films that you've ever seen. You will be thoroughly impressed by his collection. He's just an amazing YouTuber. Super nice guy. Great to talk to and stuff. I comment on his vids and he comments back stuff. So, but yeah, check out Mizpol. Would you like to take a shit on a Twilight book and burn it and show it on video? Sure, why not? I don't have any stake in the whole Twilight thing. I don't hate it. I don't love it either way. I could care less. But yeah, if the followers of my YouTube subscribers would you know, would want to see me take a shit on a Twilight book and burn it, sure, why not? Anything for the subscribers. Do you smoke? Yes, I do. I like to smoke little cigars, and I do smoke larger cigars when I can afford them. I do have a humidor. Got a few in there now, but yes, I do smoke. So, but yeah, that was GamerMan55111's last question. So I'll see you guys in the next vid.